In evolutionary psychology, human beings are hardwired to assess a man's threat level, his competence, and his status within milliseconds of seeing him. When a man crosses into his 60s, society expects him to adopt the posture of prey. The hunched back, the forward neck, the shuffling feet. But the greatest tragedy is that millions of older men try to fight this by going to the gym and training the exact wrong muscles. They train what we call the mirror muscles. They spend hours doing bench presses and bicep curls, exercises they can see in the mirror. This pulls their posture even further forward, destroying their rotator cuffs and accelerating the exact old man posture they are trying to avoid. If you want to maintain your dominance, your youth, and your physical sovereignty after the age of 60, you must train smart. You must build the muscles that actually dictate how you move through the physical world. Today, we are looking at the 7 critical muscles you must train to eradicate joint pain, bulletproof your spine, and command absolute respect the second you walk into a room. Welcome to the masterclass. Let's rebuild the machine. Muscle number 1, the glutes. In the modern world, this is the most neglected, forgotten muscle group in the male body, and it is costing you your dignity. Decades of sitting in office chairs and recliners cause a physiological condition called gluteal amnesia. Your brain literally forgets how to fire the muscles in your backside. When your glutes die, your lower back is forced to take over every movement. Every time you bend over, every time you stand up, your lumbar spine takes the crushing force. This is the root cause of 90% of lower back pain in older men. But it is more than just pain prevention. The glutes are the largest, most powerful muscles in the human body. When you load them with heavy squats or lunges, you send a massive shockwave to your endocrine system, triggering the natural release of testosterone. Train your glutes, reclaim your biological engine. Muscle number 2, the core. Let me be absolutely clear. If you are over 50 years old, you should never do another sit-up or abdominal crunch for the rest of your life. Crunches are a biological disaster. They destroy your neck, they herniate your discs, and they do nothing for functional strength. The core is not designed to flex the spine. The true purpose of the core is to resist movement and protect the internal organs. You must train the transverse abdominis, the deep internal weight belt. The execution, you train this with planks, forearms on the floor, body rigid as a steel board. When you hold a perfect plank, you are teaching your deep core to lock your spine into place. This is how a sovereign man protects his spine and walks with unshakable stability. Stop crunching. Start bracing. Muscle number 3, the shoulders. In male psychology, there is no physical trait more universally respected than broad, capable shoulders. It is the defining feature of the V-taper. It signals to the world that you are a protector, capable of carrying a heavy load. But building the shoulders after 60 requires extreme intelligence. The shoulder joint is the most mobile, and therefore the most fragile, joint in the body. Millions of older men require surgery because their rotator cuffs, the small stabilizing cables deep inside the shoulder, snap under the pressure of decades of bad posture and heavy bench pressing. You must train the entire shoulder, front, side, and rear, with strict, controlled movements. Dumbbell presses, lateral raises, face pulls. By strengthening the deltoids and the rotator cuff, you armor the joint. You ensure that you never lose the ability to reach overhead, to throw a punch, or to command the physical space around you. Muscle number 4, the upper back. We are now entering the most critical system in your body, the posterior chain. These are the muscles you cannot see in the mirror. Gravity is trying to pull you into the earth. The modern world, phones, computers, driving, accelerates this. If your upper back is weak, your shoulders roll forward, your chest caves in, and you develop a hunched back. A hunched back restricts oxygen to the lungs, lowers testosterone, and projects an aura of extreme vulnerability. You must train the rhomboids and the trapezius, heavy rows, pull-ups, lat pull-downs. When you build a thick upper back, your body naturally pulls itself into the posture of a king. You literally force your biology to project dominance simply by standing still. Muscle number 5, the hamstrings, the second half of the posterior chain. While young men obsess over their quadriceps, the sovereign patriarch understands that true athletic power comes from the back of the leg. Your hamstrings are the brakes of your body. They dictate your ability to perform a hip hinge, the most fundamental human movement. When your hamstrings are weak or chronically tight, you lose the ability to bend over safely. You lose the athletic bounce in your step. Train the hamstrings with Romanian deadlifts and leg curls. When you build the back of the leg, you bulletproof the knee joint, you protect the lower back, and you regain the explosive capability to sprint, jump, or move with the agility of a man half your age. Muscle number 6, the forearms. In the world of men, a weak handshake is an unforgivable offense. It instantly communicates low testosterone, a lack of vitality, and a submissive psychology. But beyond psychology, grip strength is a biological lie detector. Modern longevity science has proven that your grip strength is one of the most accurate biomarkers for your overall lifespan and the health of your central nervous system. As a man's brain and nervous system age and degrade, his grip is the first thing to fail. You must train your grip. Farmers' carries, dead hangs from a pull-up bar, heavy deadlifts. Build forearms that look like coiled steel. When you shake another man's hand, let him feel the undeniable grip of a man who still possesses total physical sovereignty. Finally, muscle number 7, the neck. This is the ultimate primal signal. You can wear a bespoke suit that hides your physique, but your neck is always visible. In evolutionary psychology, a thick, strong neck signals combat readiness, high testosterone, and youth. But due to decades of looking down at screens, older men develop forward head posture. The cervical spine weakens and the neck muscles atrophy. This makes you look old, tired, and vulnerable. You do not need heavy weights to fix this. You need postural correction. Perform chin tucks daily. Strengthen the trapezius. Realign your cervical spine so your head sits proudly on top of your shoulders, not hanging off the front of your chest. These are your 7 pillars of dominance: the glutes, the core, the shoulders, the upper back, the hamstrings, the forearms, the neck. Notice that we did not talk about massive biceps or a vanity chest. We talked about the mechanics of power. Stop training like a vain 20-year-old and start training like a patriarch. Build the armor that protects your joints, commands respect, and forces the world to acknowledge your presence. If you are ready to reclaim your biological dominance, type the words, "I am the architect," in the comments below. Subscribe to the Sage Academy for more blueprints on male psychology, longevity, and high-value mastery. Stand tall. Forge iron. Case closed.